be
Jinbud.
All right. Oh, it's going to be the Guma Ziggs angle.
All right. Ziggs Bud? Ziggs Pike?
This has been such a volatile matchup.
This is a little bit scary, but can definitely get a lot of work done, especially with the fact that you've got Vi going in to guarantee hold someone in place.
Dive comp that's also kind of a poke comp.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit weird in its identity. I think you need either a really robust tanky mid-pick here or somebody that does consistent damage.
Yeah, I mean, it is a poke comp, right? We do have the Taliyah locked in. That's going to be the answer to this Rise. Taliyah Vi has been something that's found a lot of success, and you mentioned already Kanavi and Zeka have been a pretty incredible 1-2 punch as far as mid and jungle is concerned.
I think this is so simple, this
block.
very
Scary.
This K'Sante is so simple because you can weather the storm in lane. You have front to back here with two incredibly late game scaling threats.
That was kind of his thing for a little while, and then decided to beat them. If you can't beat him, join him. Sorry, the thing, so he decided to join them.
Incredible potent thing you can have in the late game. Zephyr is caught.
Yeah, he is going to have to try and deal with Delight here. He does take a fair bit of damage. The heal comes out as now they're looking to try and chase him down. There's the flash, is aiming with the Ghost, and there is the execute from Effort. Satchel not quite enough there from Gumayusi. Cute idea, but doesn't get him close enough to take any turret damage or anything like that. First blood in this bottom lane already. Worries about a Rise. And Kanavi coming down towards this bottom side as well, making his way in. If anyone's hit by a Bone Skewer, I think they just die, as Effort still doesn't have his flash, and that is a guaranteed kill. Short fuse from Gumayusi, and there's the cease and desist as aiming flashes. Not sure about that one, because he's definitely dead. That's a double kill going on over to Guma, as the answer from HLE even better.
At 4v1 on both sides.
Yeah, let's see if anyone can actually survive this. Is Perfect is looking for the angle, goes all out and gets all out as Delight could be in trouble now on the back end. Gumayusi is going to die as Perfect gets slowed down. The threaded volley comes in, but Perfect gets a bit of a shield. Still with the Ghost, that is going to be the guaranteed kill, but it takes out HLE a bunch of extra time.
That he took a lot of time, but if he had killed Delight there, it would have been crazy. BDD commits the Realm Warp here. We'll see what happens in this. Okay, just pretty straight up.
Arrow is going to get flashed this time around as the Q is going to connect. The Encore is going to land onto Guma. There's the beat drop as well. A lot of damage, but he's not dead, and Effort is. Never mind. There's the Q connecting from Cuz as BDD's made his way in.
Minions here for aiming, and that lead will shrink back down a little bit, but kind of feels like Hunter-Life Esports handled that really well. If BDD did not have his Realm Warp, he has it right now, but if he did and he came earlier, I think this could have been a lot better. Speaking of coming earlier, Zeka's here right now.
Yeah, he's just going to grab that kill. Perfect. Very, very dead. Good timing there from Zeka to make sure that they were able to lock him down. So the K'Sante not having the greatest of times, and BDD might be in for it as well, as there's the ult to close the gap. Bone Skewer's going to miss, though there's cease and desist onto BDD. Minefield goes down, Mega Inferno Bomb's not quite enough, and there is the punch from Kanavi to lock down the kill. Delight looking a little worse for wear.
Loading here for Hunter-Life Esports right now. Guma?
Yeah, there's a beat drop, as Gumayusi wants to be able to satchel himself over the wall. Aiming, going to flash for it, though. Kanavi will immediately answer, and I just really don't know whether that was worth it.
Busted for this comp with the Ziggs here for HLE.
In goes Cuz, and down to 1 health. Does have to flash to get himself out of the seismic shove, as BDD does give him...
It's Hextech.
Oh god, it is Hextech.
Here to deny entry for KT, or just a single pick that blows it open.
Cuz does have to safeguard away, but we'll be able to use it in order to be all right. There's the Encore, as the arrow goes wide as well. There's the entire kitchen sink dropped onto Cuz, and he will go down as a result. Bone Skewer onto aiming means he's dead, and it's a double for Delight. The Pike well and truly on the board now as KT, just no response. As Perfect seems to live his life on 50% HP, as Effort is just ganking Zeus. There's the flash. Perfect trying to get an all-out angle, but does not quite get there as Zeus flashes to get out of the way. Kanavi now looking to try and punish this Seraphine as Delight gets the flash out of him from this outer turret, understanding that there could be some bad guys on the way. There's the Rift Herald Shelly going to make her appearance. and will be landing a charge as their cease and desist onto aiming. Effort is going to show up. Mega Inferno Bomb comes down. A fair bit of damage, but not enough to kill aiming.
Flank here from Perfect.
Oh, Cuz in so much trouble. There is the flanking Cassante, but down will go the Lee Sin. And Perfect, thankfully, on the correct side of that wall as he dashes out of the way of the seismic shove as well. KT.
Life now, and hey, BDD, I don't know if you want this.
Yeah, Delight once again just going to close the gap with the ulti. Flash out from BDD.
And the passive damage.
And there's not a lot of plates left on these other inner turrets as well. That could certainly be the angle here, as there's a decent encore. Is Gumayusi going to get kicked back? Where's the follow-up, though, as the Seraphine is just dead? BDD wanting to get on top of some members here as Perfect makes his way in. Zeus dives on top of Cuz to look to take him down as BDD. Not entirely sure what that situation was, as Perfect gets over the wall and regrets it immediately. There's the ulti from the Pike. Not even necessary as the double kill comes down. That was meek, to say the least, as Zeus going to look to turn this one, as he will take a bit of damage, but there goes the turret, and there's a flanking Pike to lock down the Ashe, and then inevitably the Rise as well. KT, they're done with this game. Regardless, so it's a tough time, as an arrow is going to finally connect, this time onto Kanavi, who just vault breaks his way out of there. Thanks, Merc Treads. Another kickback going to come on through here as the encore isn't exactly the greatest, but Mega Inferno Bomb nowhere near enough. And that is a cute little pick onto Zeus. Cuz now could be in trouble as the shortest little safeguard is going to get himself to relative safety, but not for long. Down he will go. Kanavi locks that kill down.
Great set of comebacks against D+. I don't know if this is it, but they're trying to fish with the group up. His effort is so
my goodness.
My God! As they do have this cannon here. However, playing a little bit safe after what's happened in the last few moments.
Yeah. As 2 seconds on Cuz as well, so they will have an advantage for a little while. That's why HLE are going to be backing away. There's 15 seconds on this Hextech Dragon as well. And another pick actually would have been a huge deal as Cuz.
Seconds. Got to be getting close to IE here for aiming, but he does not have it yet. He might be dead if they get on top of him.
Yeah, Mega Inferno Bomb just does so much work. The arrow is going to come down. They walk into the minefield, though, and the bottom lane is almost just dead. Kanavi goes over the wall, kills Cuz, and now it's just front to back here for HLE as Delight will be able to shut one down. Death from below, but Perfect comes on in. They get the flash out of BDD, and now the base is just going to erupt.
Waves of Superman, they should be able to siege up this third turret with Guma pretty easily.
Yeah, Cuz forced to flash. That is a big tool now down. As Delight gets himself out of the way and searches for a bone skewer. There's a seismic shove. I mean, they just don't have enough flashes to make sure that they're going to stay alive. Effort going to get taken out as the teleport to come on over. Get a big old shield for the Jace at least. As, all right, cease and desist on BDD. He is very, very dead. Guma grabs that kill. As now Cuz is going to follow suit. Zeka locks down that one. And it's just an HLE celebration as they look to even out this series. Aiming gets one back, but it's a triple for Gumayusi. And that is lights out for KT. I mean, if you're going to compare the two games, I'd say that HLE probably won more, but they still have to win it again as we are taken to a game number 3 in the series.